Michigan is a predominantly fast track. Unrestricted speeds can reach up to 210 miles an hour before turn one. And even the danger comes along with it. But before we get there, we've got a problem. And it's a very big problem. Outside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. winning the Pocono 500 last time that we were here, which if you didn't get a chance to watch that last video, that video was last year. So you kind of missed out. Anyways, welcome to 2024. But we do have a serious problem. We got Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's a winner. Kevin Harvick's won. Tony Stewart's won. Kevin Harvick won again at the All-Star race. And then, of course, we won at Richmond International Raceway. All things considered, the point standings look extraordinarily way too close for comfort. We're not in the top 5, so I don't really know why I mentioned that. But I will tell you one thing's for certain. We have an issue. We're ahead of Jamie McMurray by a mere 7 points. That's the issue that we currently are faced with. That's the issue that we have going into our next event, which is at Michigan International Speedway. MIS is a great track. I love MIS. It's been great to me in almost every single NASCAR game I've ever played in my life, ever since I figured out that track was not as scary as I thought it was. The other issue, and the more real issue, is that we're broke. We are broke. We only have $5,000 to our name. You see, at the end of the last episode, I did a couple of renovation projects. I built some new stuff. We're trying to plan for the future. Okay, so let's run down into the garage and see what we're doing. So right now we're overhauling a chassis. We're building a new chassis. We are currently building and overhauling an engine. So we're fast tracking the engine. That's 3 races time. We're overhauling the other engine, which is engine number 2, which has been the engine that we've been using for the last couple of races. That actually helped us out a ton in terms of getting our performance up. And then of course, we're overhauling the car's body. So we're overhauling a body. We're building a new body as well. All this is to say, we literally only have $5,000 in the bank. We have a projected expenses of $104,000. And if we somehow get everything that we're supposed to make $289,000 just on the base side without getting any of our sponsor bonuses. Did I also mention that we don't have any shop additions going on, which means that we're gonna fall behind soon. We need to start working on that. But with just $5,000 to our name, we physically can't afford to do anything else except for go to the racetrack and hopefully buy ourselves a set of tires. Anyways, let's get ready to go racing. It's good to see you guys. It's 2024. I'm happy. Hope you guys are too. So let's take a look at the car stuff. Why is my microphone so far in the camera? Hold up. Let's fix that. All right. Is that better? I'm pretty sure somebody in the comments was like, why is this microphone so high up? Just because it's been a while. I shut my studio down after my last episode that I put out. I shut down on the video editing stuff. And I just put out a few small things, Minecraft related, that I've been kind of sitting on. Anyways, now we get to the fun stuff. NASCAR Thunder 04, NCAA 08, Minecraft, some more stuff. We've got a lot going on. So anyways, Michigan is next. So when I'm thinking about Michigan, I'm thinking we need to bring a car that has pretty decent grip. So that means, everybody should know this, chassis number 3. I want chassis number 3 in my possession because I feel like chassis 3 is a little bit better than the other chassis. Now, of course, we only are limited to 1 engine because we only have 2 engines and we're still building our 3rd. So in 3 races time, we'll have that. So hopefully after, I think Daytona is after. So it's Michigan, Infineon, and then Daytona. So after Daytona, we'll have 3 total motors. So we're going to go ahead and just go with engine 1 since that's our default. As far as car bodies, I would like something with a little bit more downforce, although I have to plan ahead. Or do I? Probably should. No. Okay. Hear me out. We're going to have a brand new. We're going to have our overhaul stuff done by the time we're done with this race and Infineon, which means we're going to go into Daytona with body number 1 being completely taken care of, which in theory should be better for us to use. Now, of course, we do have a better drafting car with body number 2. You know what? We're going to take a chance. I want something with more downforce. Downforce helps us in the corners, which means that the car won't slide as much or as frequently as possible. Considering we're running only on generic parts and pieces, I really feel like I need to focus and prioritize the downforce of the car. Drafting can come a little bit later on, but this might hurt us at Daytona in a few weeks' time or a few races' time. But if we go with more downforce, I think Michigan would be a race where I do feel strongly. We ran really well at Pocono. Our 1.5 mile program has gotten better lately. You know what? I think we take the chance. We take a chance on a car that's going to be a 59 rated car. That is our highest car so far. And I wish I could say I'm joking. I think before we had like a 54 or 55. This is 59. You know what? I think it's time we just go ahead and hit the track. We're running the best equipment that we have in our arsenal. Michigan is next. We'll see what we can do on the track. I'll see you guys at qualifying. The car feels really good. I did a little bit of practice with it, ran a few laps. We weren't that electrifying, all things considered, because of the lower power that we're outputting. But I do feel pretty comfy in the car. A little tight right there, so we're gonna need 2 laps here. So you see right there, the car got a little tight, but it actually was pretty good in the black. So turns 1 and 2, horrible. Turns 3 and 4 might be good.
We'll be faster on race day, don't worry.
In 12th place isn't that bad. We'll take it. Let's go to the race.
MRN is coming to you live from Michigan International Speedway for today's Sirius 400. Michigan always produces some great racing. What do you think, Barney?
Michigan is wide with plenty of banking in the turns. You can get 3 wide pretty easily here. That always makes for some exciting race action.
An impressive average finish record for Sterling Marlin.
If you finish top 10 every week, then the championship becomes an...
Don't y'all dare mention my dang
This
rivals.
team wants to get the big money at the end of the year, so they're going to be working even harder to keep up this string of top finishes.
The 53 car is getting aggressive on the track.
Oh my gosh, can we talk about how we're actually looking good at the 1.5 miles? Do we have to talk about the rivals? You know what, MRN? You guys suck. I'm sorry. I like MRN in real life, but I just hate the fact that you guys in this game are just picking on me, Rand. Like, oh, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm a rookie. It happens. We bump and run. It's okay.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
They could talk about something else. They really could. You know, he's having some issues on the track. I qualified 12th in my first trip here to Michigan International Speedway. Oof. Okay. All right. It's okay, car. Calm it down. I actually qualified ahead of Jamie McMurray, but he just passed me, so I feel like we're going to wind up losing more positions here. We're just trying to get out the middle because the car doesn't want to be in the middle, and we're a little loose to start out, which is a stark contrast from the start of the race. So trying to just get the car saddled up here. All right, here we go. First lap was a little rough. We got nothing but time to kind of make it up, so let's do it. If anything, we're a good qualifying car, so we can qualify well at least. We just can't race that well. All right, so we'll just kind of slot in here, just click off some laps, run through the first half of the race, and try to make up what we lost. We started 12th and we're back to 26th in 3 laps time, so that doesn't leave me with a lot of confidence for the race. I'm gonna have to figure something out. So the car is loose. I am running like half around a wedge, but I qualify with that half around a wedge out, so having the issue now is kind of weird to me. And then see, it's tight right there. Like I literally had full lock left and the car was like, I want to go straight, man. So I want to stay around like 170 in the corners. I don't foresee any other issues at this point. Sucks that the 4-car blew his motor. Got some cars heading down pit road early though, so it's only lap 7 of 20. So I'm assuming maybe it's just a tire issue. Maybe tire wear is just bad. Oh, if it isn't my good old friend, the 43 car. What are you doing behind me all of a sudden? Were you one of those idiots that came down pit road like stupidly early?
Number 43 is looking left. Carlos. 40, 42. Attaboy, keep it smooth just like that. Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either.
Y'all knew it was coming. The payback was coming. He earned that payback. I'm sorry, I've hated the 43 car ever since he blocked me on pit road like 5 times.
The 11 car is still there. All clear, buddy.
Okay, he didn't block me 5 times, but he's been a thorn in my side for a while. So screw you, 43 car, you deserved it.
We're about 10 seconds off the leader. Hit your marks and be smooth.
I was wrong for that. He was running like near the back. Ooh. I wasn't trying to kill the man. And I feel bad for Johnny Benson. Innocent driver in Johnny Ben. Wasn't trying to kill anybody. I was just trying to send a message. I might have stayed on him a little. Okay, I did stay on him a little. I won't lie. Okay, I stayed on him a lot too long. But he had it coming. The man blocked me on pit road. The man blocked me at Richmond. The man hit me at Richmond. He entered pit road at Richmond without having any real like rhyme or reason. And he was just horrible. He was a nuisance to me, and I needed to make sure I got my revenge. So everybody in the comments, check mark the 43 car off the list. I sent my message. That's all I wanted to do. Let's get this 4 tires fuel and let's repair the damage. And the 43 car's on pit road in front of me. Wow, he got some serious damage. Surprised his fuel cell didn't break. Look at it. Look at his car. How did he get off pit road before us?
A lot of cars stayed out on that caution, so we're starting toward the back.
13th. We qualified 12th. We're doing good.
Car is off. Waiting for a green flag to get this one back underway.
Is that Greg Biffle? Got Hermie Sadler behind me. Johnny Benson's behind me. All right. I've tightened the car up, so we should have a better launch off this time since it's going to be a short run. I know what somebody's thinking. Did you just manipulate the race? A little bit. Not intentionally, though. I just wanted to send a message.
The 24 car is down low. Clear.
There we go. We got the car snugged up, so we're actually driving a lot better in traffic. I'm assuming I left the qualifying setup as it was with the half round out of the wedge, and the car is just not aerodynamically stable enough to run in this. I'm going to try to let the 24 and 8 go by because they are faster than me.
We're falling back. Focus on your marks, buddy.
And honestly, fighting them is just going to hurt me in the long run. I need to get past Biffle Greg. Biffle Greg. I got to get past Greg Biffle. So we've got to figure out how we're going to do that, seeing as the car isn't as fast as I want it to be.
Number 18, down low. Number 21, coming up quick.
Up in the wall.
Now spot, keep digging. Easy.
Into Sterling Marlin. No big deal. I came back down the track. I didn't expect Sterling to be there. So that's more on me than anything else. I'm trying to get to Greg Biffle because that's extra points for me as a rookie.
Between you and the leader. Start out low. Clear on both sides.
And all things considered, I don't know where Jamie McMurray is right now. Could he be a car that's trapped lap down? Is he technically running at the back of the field?
You're clear. Rewind. Hold that line.
And with me having to let people go by, it's not really leading to too much for me. These Dodgers are mad fast though. But Jeff Gordon, man, that dude was gone.
That one was quick. Let's do it again. White flag. Next time by. Still there. The 99 car is still there.
The lowest we can fall is like to the 02 car who's running back in 21st. I just can't get boxed in behind Greg Biffle
Number 99 is outside.
because he's technically in front of me.
Still there.
And I just found out that the 9 and the 40 and the 99 are actually a lap down.
Clear on both sides.
And somebody's peeled off to go to pit road.
The leader takes the white flag. One more lap around the racetrack. See who's gonna win it. The race
So the 9 and the 10 are cars I'm racing against, but unfortunately I just can't get the car to rotate well.
was your fastest lap so far.
So
For just 4.5
I'm cool with 18th right now. Let's just finish it off. Final corner here. And then there's the 10 car, but I won't be able to touch him.
Good solid run today.
18th, I'll take it.
Overall, we learned some things today.
And of course we beat Greg Biffle, and that's what really mattered to me, but I don't know where the 42 was.
The drivers didn't spend much time behind that Pontiac pace car today.
Well, I'd say the fans would probably have liked to see more excitement. I'm sure the drivers, on the other hand, were happy about the low number of caution flags.
The 53 car will probably be exchanging words in the garage with the 43 car.
No, I won't. I will not be exchanging any words with Christian Fittipaldi. He knew it was coming for weeks. I just happened to take it this time. So unfortunately, Christian sucks, and he got in my way.
We're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. Next up is the Infineon Raceway.
Alrighty. It looks like we actually did get the award for being the highest finishing rookies. That means I did pass the 42 at some point. I do apologize for getting a lot of cars trapped a lap down. I don't like being that guy, but I just don't like the 43 car. He has cost me so much in several different races in some way. Yes, he blew his motor at Richmond, and that led to us getting a very clutch win when we were ahead of the field by a full lap. But even so, the 43 car had it coming. And as much as I like to say, oh, I didn't intend for that to happen. I didn't intend for it to be a full-out caution and almost kill Johnny Benson's entire race, who wound up finishing ahead of me anyway. But I had to send a message, and the 43 car needed that message sent. Don't mess with me anymore. Don't block me on pit road. Don't come down in pit when I pit. Just stay away from me. Anyways, now that I got that off my chest. So we have made all of our expectation bonuses, which is the primary, secondary, and the associate sponsor, as well as we got several happiness bonuses, which has brought our grand total of income to $318,000 plus the $2,000, which is $320,000, plus a $63,000 race winnings award, has brought us up to $284,000 with our $104,000 team payroll, as well as our team sponsor, driver sponsor, but those are just tertiary, non-existent, really caring sponsors. So let's take a look at the race stats. The winner was Kevin Harvick. Man, Harvick has really caught on fire in these summer months, hasn't he? So we got Kevin Harvick as the winner. Rusty Wallace finished second. Matt Kenseth third. Kyle. I'm gonna have to put a sticky note on my monitor and remind myself to stop saying Kyle Busch. It's Kurt Busch. Sorry, Kurt. Your brother is the one who's still racing, and I grew up as a fan of you, and it sucks that you're gone. So I've somehow gravitated to the other Busch brother just a little bit because you're not here anymore, Kurt. So I miss you, and hopefully we can hang out one day if you ever come back to Georgia and go to Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I hope to see you again. Terry Labonte finished 5th. Okay, that man was on a mission. Had a rocket ship. Jeff Gordon rocketed up to 6th, Dale Jr. 7th, Tony Stewart 8th, Ricky Rudd was 9th, and Mark Martin was in the top 10. So the top 5 in points, I think, all finished within a position or 4 of each other. So that's really cool. Top 15 is Dale Jarrett, Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Labonte, Kenny Wallace, surprise, surprise, Ken Schrader, bigger surprise, Bill Elliott, Johnny Benson, then us in 18th. And then, of course, you guys know I was chasing after Greg Biffle to get that Rookie of the Race award. So Greg Biffle was 19th, and then Hermie Sadler was 20th. He was further adrift than we think. Ryan Newman was the one who came down pit road at the end of the race on the second to last lap. He did wind up finishing 21st, 1 lap ahead of Sterling Marlin and the rest of the field at the bottom. Joe Nemechek was 25th. Jamie McMurray was 26th, which actually puts a larger distance between us because he only got 85 total points compared to our 109. So we've got now just a little bit of breathing room heading into Infineon. So I'm really happy about that. I don't really see any other notables except for Jeff Green, David Green, Stan Barry, Jerry Mayfield. Christian Fittipaldi finished in 39th. Lane Skinner, Robbie Gordon. Yeah, no other real notables down at the bottom of the list, but Christian Fittipaldi finished 39th. A lap down, and I'm fine with that. I don't like him. I wanted to send a message. I sent the message at Michigan, and hopefully we can put this behind us now for Mr. 43 car. And you know not to mess with me, and I won't mess with you. All right. Now let's go ahead and head back to the shop. We've got some work to look at before we head off to Infineon. So we made it back to the shop. I'm extremely happy to see what we've got going on. So taking a look at the stats and the info. Of course, you guys know Kevin Harvick won. Currently in the point standings, it is extremely close at the top. Holy crap. Tony Stewart is ahead by just a mere 7 points over Kevin Harvick. Then we got Mark Martin, 48 adrift. Jeff Gordon, 62 adrift, with Ryan Newman finishing further down. He dropped back 113 points. Ricky Rudd has dropped back to 175. Dale Jr.'s dropped back to 184. Rusty Wallace 214, Dale Jarrett 237, and Jeff Burton is 291 back. Jimmy Johnson's actually within a shout. So is Kurt Busch. So we got a nice little battle there for 10th place overall in the standings brewing. Now, of course, all this could shift in the next half of the race, of the season. Which, by the way, in a few more races time, we will be at the 2/4 of the way or halfway total mark. So Infineon is next on the schedule. For us, finishing where we finished, we are still 19th in the standings. We're a little bit further back from Michael Waltrip than I would like, but we do, like I said, have that, a 31 point advantage over Jamie McMurray heading into Infineon, which should theoretically be a given. I don't think Jamie Mack was really good around Infineon in his career, so I don't foresee him actually being a true threat. We just got to make sure we avoid any cautions and actually get the pit strategy right. I believe I'll have to work my way backwards, and I think the race is 11 laps long. I'm not entirely sure. It's easy for me to check. I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm not sure. Yeah, it's 11 laps long. So we're gonna have to get the strategy right. If I get the strategy right, I think we'll be able to capitalize and make a lot of points. I'm not really sure how we're gonna look, but if we can keep Jamie McMurray behind us, he can eventually get passed by Elliott Sadler, with Terry Labonte surprising everybody with that top 10 finish. And maybe he could even fall behind Terry Labonte, and that would give us even more of a distance or more of a gap. Jeremy Mayfield has dropped completely in the standings down to 23rd. Johnny Benson is 25th. Kenny Wallace's top, whatever he finished was really good. Joe Nemechek's back in 27th. And I don't see anybody else of real notable notoriety except for maybe Greg Biffle, who for some odd reason is like 38th in the standings, and I feel like he should be a lot higher. And then of course we got the reject guy in 40th. You know, we're just gonna ignore him. We don't talk about him anymore. It's over. It's in the past. It's been squashed. We don't deal with Christian Fittipaldi. We are good on Christian Fittipaldi going forward. In the garage, we got a little bit of damage on some of the stuff that we have. We're gonna probably run chassis 3 yet again, just because it's already been used, and I would rather not burn a brand new chassis before we head to Daytona, which will allow us to have a new chassis, or a better chassis that will help, as well as a better engine, because we're gonna wind up running engine number 1, and we're gonna run I might just run body number 2 yet again, just because I can. It has higher durability than body 3, which actually is going to need to be worked on. Because if you guys remember a few episodes back, we bought body number 3 to try to coincide with chassis number 3. So that one was a little bit slower. Didn't get the full 9 race baking time like every other, you know, part and piece so far, outside of the new engine that's coming in the next 2 races, by the way. As far as purchasing anything new, I want to see if we can get anything new. I would rather get something that we can get built in a shorter time frame. So it looks like we're going to be kind of, you know, hand tied here on these parts and pieces that we can afford for shop editions, unless I want to just put in just a tad bit of money just to get something started, and then hopefully have it by the end of the season. But by that point, near the end of the season, I'm actually not going to really be purchasing or overhauling things. It'll be more just repairing. That way I can save as much money as possible heading into 2024. So right now, I just don't foresee us buying another shop edition at this exact time. Now, of course, all that could change with some fortuitous windfall coming our way, maybe even another win or something. Not entirely sure. I'm not trying to count my chickens before they hatch. But anything is possible in this world of racing. Like, I don't know, we could even win the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. Anything can happen. Anyways, that's it for me. Happy New Year to everybody. We actually wound up finishing with another top 20 finish. Car is still getting just a little bit better. Maybe I need to just be just a little bit more wary of what we're gonna do for the car in general. Make sure you guys hit this new like goal. The new like goal is 10 likes, and you guys get a bonus episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. So I just need 10 likes from you guys. If I get 10 likes on a video, that's great. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you're new here. And if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out a ton and tells YouTube this is a great video. Even though this is at the very end, and you guys probably, you know, may or may not see it or hear it, but I appreciate it if you do. Thanks so very much. I've also changed up my editing stuff. So if you like the new edits and things like that, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next time. This is your host, Neko Darius, signing out for the day. Be easy, everybody.